Ever wondered what artists can do with bubblegum, elephant dung, or even human blood? While we tend to focus on the story behind an art piece, the materials artists use can be just as fascinating. Sometimes they're even cooler. Beyond the traditional paints and clays, artists have dived into a world of unconventional mediums, pushing boundaries and sparking controversy along the way. Join us as we explore some of the most surprising materials ever wielded by artists throughout history. This is a journey that is equal parts bizarre and breathtaking. Elephant dung. Chris O'Feely, the artist behind the Holy Virgin Mary, created in 1996, is no stranger to controversy, thanks to his unconventional choice of materials. This massive 8-foot-tall artwork incorporates a mix of media, including pornographic collage and elephant dung. O'Feely collected the dung during a residency in Zimbabwe and used it in his art, which stirred up quite a storm. Some people found it offensive, while others saw it as a bold statement challenging traditional norms. Displayed as part of Charles Saatchi's Sensation exhibition in the late 1990s, the Holy Virgin Mary sparked outrage wherever it went. It even faced vandalism when a man defaced it with white paint while calling it blasphemous. In a memorable incident, Rudy Giuliani, then mayor of New York City, attempted to ban the artwork and strip the Brooklyn Museum of its funding due to his distaste for it. Blood. If you're ever looking for bright red paint, just know that you have the pigment with you at all times. It's blood, and this medium is flowing around in your body always. You might think blood could do the trick, but it actually turns dark brown when it dries. Still, some artists like Vincent Castiglia use human blood to create their eerie art. Another artist, Mark Quinn, made his own head sculpture using frozen blood and called it Self. To make this work, the artist actually needs a lot of blood, around 10 pints for each sculpture. And every 5 years, he makes a new one to show how he's getting older. To keep the work intact, Quinn keeps it in a special fridge to stop it from decaying. Quinn isn't too worried about what happens to his art after he's gone, but one thing's for sure, without Quinn, there'll be no more blood art, making his sculptures even more special. Copper sulfate. In 2006, artist Roger Hjorns turned an ordinary chemical into something extraordinary. You might know copper sulfate from school science experiments where it forms blue crystals. Well, Hjorns took this concept to a whole new level. First, he coated a BMW engine with copper sulfate crystals, turning the metal into shimmering blue jewels. But Hjorns wasn't satisfied with just that. For his next project, he flooded an entire British apartment with 90,000 liters of copper sulfate solution. After letting it sit for a month, the artist pumped out the mixture to reveal a stunning sight. The apartment had transformed into a massive blue geode. In the end, though, when the artwork was donated to charity, removing the blue apartment from the building without damaging it or the neighbors' homes was quite a challenge. Ants. In the wild world of art, Chris Truman took an even more unique approach. He went on a wild ride with an entire swarm of ants. Imagine 200,000 ants buzzing around you. Most folks would panic and dial up an exterminator. But not Truman. The man got down to business from the beginning. He ordered ants in batches, with each pack carrying up to 40,000 little critters. Instead of just swatting them away, he carefully did his thing to bring them to an end, and then, with the patience of a saint, he positioned each tiny ant using tweezers. The result was a truly gripping artwork he called Self-Portrait with a Gun. After finishing the piece, the artist put it up for sale for a whopping $35,000. It is believed that, in the end, the work was sold to Ripley's Believe It or Not. Smoke and Soot. Jiří Georg Dokupil, a Czechoslovakian artist, is quite the experimenter when it comes to art materials. From messing with milk to soaping up, he's tried it all. But what makes Dokupil stand out is his refusal to stick to one style or medium. He's taken inspiration from the Surrealist movement and dabbled in fumage. This is essentially the art of using smoke and soot. The technique goes way back to 1936, when Wolfgang Paulin rocked the art world with Dictated by a Candle, where he used candle fumes to make art on canvas. Dokupil's smoke and soot works carry on this cool tradition. In pieces like Pustblumen from 2004, he works his magic and creates intricate scenes like a garden landscape. With his knack for this technique, Dokupil adds layers of depth and mystery to his art, which end up hooking viewers with his unique style.